Welcome back to the deep dive. This is where we take those huge piles of source material and, well, we try to boil them down into something clear, memorable, basically making sure you're in the know without getting totally overwhelmed.
Yeah, cutting through the noise.
Exactly. And today we're tackling a really unique source. It's quite something. It's a 100-minute audio message specifically called Victory with Ash, Encouragement on New Referral Links.
Right, 100 minutes. That's
Yeah.
a serious chunk of time, and it tells you straight away, this isn't just a quick update.
No, not at all.
This is positioned as a, major philosophical statement, a structural rollout, aimed right at their core group, the founders and visionaries inside on Passive. So our job today really is to look beyond maybe the motivational language and figure out the mechanics. What are these new #Victory with Ash referral links supposed to do?
Yeah.
And what's the big vision behind them?
Absolutely. That's the mission. Understand the structure, the promises about integrity, and these, honestly, almost unbelievably huge global goals tied up with this new system. We need to analyze those claims. What are these links functionally doing? And why is the language around them so elevated? Sometimes, frankly, grandiose.
Well, that language is the first big clue, isn't it? This isn't being presented as just another feature update.
Right.
The source calls the rollout the dawn of a new connection, a digital sunrise.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're using phrases like that for what is essentially a referral link,
Yeah.
you're positioning it as something absolutely fundamental, a historic turning point for their whole community.
It definitely sets a dramatic tone, and right away, the message centers on Ash Mufareh. He's the architect of OnPassive's legacy.
The central figure.
But what really jumped out at me was how they described the links themselves. They're not just URLs or codes. They're called keys to destiny.
Okay, and right there, we need to pause and think about the mechanism, yeah. If a simple code is a key to destiny, that implies sharing. It unlocks some kind of predetermined, really positive future.
Automatically, almost.
Exactly. These keys, they say, open doors to abundance, collaboration, and automated success. Now, if the success part is automated, what does the user actually need to do besides share the key? That's a core tension we'll probably need to explore.
That's a great point. And maybe before we go further, just to clarify for everyone listening, when the message talks about founders, who exactly are they in the OnPassive world?
Oh, good question. That's vital context. The founders are the early birds, the pre-launch adopters.
Okay.
They invested in the vision, before everything was fully rolled out commercially. So they have this kind of special status, but maybe also a bit of a stressful one, because they've been waiting for the payoff, for the systems like these referral links to really kick in and deliver that promised success, especially the automated part.
Right, waiting for the potential to become reality.
Precisely. And the visionaries part. That just emphasizes their buy-in to the long-term, the big global mission of the whole ecosystem.
Okay, got it. That clarifies the high stakes involved for this audience. So let's dig into section 1, defining this new digital connection. Fundamentally, what change is this link supposed to represent for those founders?
Well, the source lays out this huge psychological shift, really. It's tied directly to the link. It's framed as the thing that moves the community from waiting to winning.
Okay.
It pushes them from potential to performance, and it makes the whole thing go from vision to verified success. The link is basically the tangible tool, the action, that's meant to bridge that gap between hoping and having.
And the technical side of it, I mean, these are digital links, but they're described with some pretty hefty attributes: precision, security, and intelligence. Why emphasize those specific points so much?
I think the security and intelligence part is all about building trust and showing efficiency. Makes sense?
Yeah.
If the referral system is how they grow, the precision has to guarantee that rewards go to the right person. No mistakes.
Okay, that's crucial.
And the intelligence. Well, that probably points to AI, doesn't it? Maybe some kind of smart targeting or customizing what people see when they click, depending on where they are. Plus, they say the links carry the heartbeat of OnPassive's ecosystem.
Heartbeat? What does that even mean?
It sounds like they're saying these links aren't just tacked on, they're deeply integrated with everything else, all the products, the whole system. And critically, they're built for fairness, automation, and empowering the user. That's the plan.
Okay, fairness, automation, empowerment. Let's focus on the founder's role in this setup, because even with all the talk of automation, it doesn't sound passive. The moment a founder gets their link, they become a digital ambassador. What does that title really imply? What are their responsibilities?
Well, it definitely shifts their role, doesn't it? From just being an early customer investor to being an active promoter, a builder, It's a very professional-sounding title, digital ambassador. It suggests that every referral they bring in isn't just a name, it's a new opportunity. And every click on their link is a measurable step towards victory.
So it puts the founder right in the action. They're like a professional marketer for the system.
Exactly. Their activity is presented as absolutely vital for the whole thing to work, no matter how automated the back-end technology claims to be.
See, there's that tension again. The founder is essential, but the system is automated, which leads perfectly into what the source calls the revolution in connectivity. They're saying the connections made through these links aren't just tech connections. They're emotional and purposeful.
Yeah, and this is classic framing, isn't it? Taking what is, let's be honest, a transactional process affiliate marketing, essentially, and loading it up with deep meaning. Community value, moral purpose.
Right.
The links are specifically designed, they say, to unite the founders, to make each one a catalyst for growth, not just for themselves, but for the whole network. The success kind of hinges on the founders believing in that purposeful connection.
The language used is, well, it's definitely aiming high, way beyond typical sales talk. The source literally says the shared link doesn't just recruit, it recruits hope, inspires courage, and transfers belief. That's a lot to put on a URL.
It's huge, but it seems absolutely central to how they're motivating people. And notice the focus on building relationships, trust, and shared prosperity. The narrative here is that the tech isn't just tracking clicks and commissions, it's enabling and rewarding real human connection. The idea seems to be, let the tech handle the mechanics so the founder can focus on the trust, the support, the human side.
And the end result of all this trust and connection, they make it very personal. There's this specific goal mentioned, transforming every single household that joins into a center of abundance. That's not abstract wealth, that's changing things at home.
That phrase, center of abundance, is incredibly potent. It anchors the huge global vision right in your kitchen, in your living room.
Yeah, it makes it tangible.
It ties the success of this massive movement directly to a noticeable improvement in your everyday life. And the message makes it clear. This abundance comes from Ashmufaria's wisdom and OnPassive's bigger mission to lift humanity.
So it creates this clear pathway in the founder's mind. I share this link.
My household benefit.
And that helps lift humanity.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Simple action, personal gain, global good. It's a powerful combination.
Okay, so the link is the key, the path to destiny, impacting both the household and the globe. Let's move into section 2 then. If the link recruits hope, the system needs to deliver, right, through support for the new people coming in. This brings us to automation, education, and standardization.
Right, and this part defines a really crucial function of the link, one that goes way beyond just tracking who referred whom. It acts as a gateway to education.
Ah, okay.
The implication for the founder is, look, you bring them in, but don't worry, the system will take care of the training. We'll make sure the new person gets up to speed and becomes productive. It takes some pressure off the refer.
And the source material actually gets pretty specific about what that education looks like. It's not just like a FAQ page. They mention comprehensive training modules, onboarding videos, and significantly, AI-guided learning paths. What does that AI part suggest?
Well, the AI element is pretty critical if you're promising universal success.
Yeah.
Right. An AI-guided path implies it's dynamic, it's personalized, it adapts to the new person.
Okay, so it meets them where they are.
Theoretically, yeah. If the platform can figure out what you already know or where you're struggling and give you the right video or module, that really strengthens the promise that no one is left behind.
And that promise is very strong. The source guarantees the system ensures no one is left behind, no one is confused, and maybe most ambitiously, no one is left guessing. I mean, that's setting the bar incredibly high for any onboarding process, especially a digital one.
It is. It's a huge claim. How do they say they achieve this, zero friction experience?
Well,
it seems to come down to standardization plus really thorough step-by-step content. If the training modules are standardized, if everyone goes through the same basic process, the system can, in theory, guarantee a certain baseline understanding across the board.
Okay.
And the certainty in those phrases, no one is confused, that's direct reassurance to the founder. It's saying, you don't need to be the expert on every single product detail. Just make the connection. We'll handle the rest.
The confidence building part is described almost like having a digital mentor constantly available. The platform itself, it says, will walk with you step by step, click by click, until you are fully confident, independent, and financially equipped.
That's another really powerful psychological phrase, isn't it? Walk with you. It suggests that technology has this almost human level of patience.
Yeah, it removes the fear
All
factor.
right, the fear of messing up, which stops a lot of people in new ventures.
Yeah.
But this constant hand-holding, the step-by-step guidance, even if it is automated.
Mm.
How does that fit with the philosophical foundation they talk about?
Ah, you mean the core principle they attribute to Ashmufar, do it right or don't do it at all. That's positioned as the moral bedrock, the thing ensuring the whole system's integrity. What does that mean in practice for the system's design?
Well, that do-it-right idea seems to be the justification for all the emphasis on fairness and standardization.
Yeah.
If the system is built right, then it should be, tamper-proof,
Hmm.
equitable.
Okay.
The source uses this integrity claim to directly counter the distrust that often surrounds referral marketing or network models. It's a promise that the system makes sure everyone gets what they deserve, specifically preventing manipulation or favoritism.
So integrity here means technology acting as a safeguard
Mhm.
against human error or, worse, human cheating. The automation enforces the do it right rule.
Exactly. They're claiming to build a level playing field. The source calls it the place where effort meets opportunity and where honesty meets reward. The strong implication is that in this system, just being a smooth talker or having a huge network won't let you game the system because the tech keeps things fair for everyone following the rules.
But let's push on that level playing field idea a bit. If the system promises abundance and the rules are locked in by automation, does the source explain how it's fair for someone starting with literally zero contacts versus someone who comes in with, say, a massive existing online following?
That's a really good question.
Mm.
The source doesn't tackle it head-on with specifics like that, but it addresses it implicitly through those automation and AI claims.
How so?
The idea is that the system itself provides the tools, the AI training, the automated tracking. So the promise is, even if you start from scratch, the system's intelligence helps make up for your lack of an initial network. It provides the resources to level the playing field of opportunity, even if the starting points are very different.
So the tech provides equal opportunity, even if effort or starting social capital differs.
That seems to be the underlying logic. And the standardized training ensures everyone gets the same foundational knowledge no matter who referred them. It's aiming for a kind of structural fairness, using technology to try and balance things out.
That's a very ambitious goal for a referral link system.
It really is. And if you tie this back to the big picture, the education and standardization are essential pillars supporting that do-it-right mantra. If you're promising global upliftment, you first have to promise fairness and how people get there.
Okay, that makes sense. Moving into section 3 then. Monetization and global vision. So the system is fair, it's educational, but it has to deliver the money, right? The links need to generate real income. How do they claim that happens sustainably?
Yeah, the money part is obviously key. The source keeps coming back to the simplicity and purpose of the links. They're designed specifically to generate referral rewards that create sustainable income. The emphasis is on ongoing revenue, not just a one-off payment.
And how does that sustainable income actually get triggered? Is it just when someone signs up?
No, it seems more layered than that, which is where the sustainability idea comes from. They talk about a ripple effect of earnings. The triggers include every successful registration. That's the initial join.
Okay, step 1.
Then every new activation, which sounds like maybe buying a product subscription or becoming an active user in some defined way.
Right.
And maybe most importantly for sustainability, every product usage.
Ah, product usage. That's interesting. That implies a true residual income model, doesn't it?
It does. It suggests the founder keeps benefiting as long as the people they referred are actually using the on-passive tools and services.
So success isn't just about recruitment numbers, it's tied to genuine engagement within the ecosystem.
Exactly. And all these earnings, the claim goes, are handled fairly transparently and automatically through their own system, the O-Wallet.
Okay, let's clarify that. The O-Wallet.
Yeah.
What exactly is that in this picture?
Well, the O-Wallet sounds like their internal financial system, like a digital wallet or ledger specifically for the on-passive ecosystem. By keeping all the money stuff, the referral rewards, commissions, payouts inside this one centralized automated system, they can promise it's all transparent and quick. It's meant to be the single, trustworthy place to see all the activity generated by your links, directly delivering on that promise of automated, reliable income.
Got it. So sharing the link isn't just sharing a link. It's framed as enabling financial transformation, all managed smoothly by this O-Wallet. The claim is pretty big. Sharing helps someone transform, leading to financial liberation at your fingertips.
Yeah, financial liberation. That phrase really ups the stakes again, doesn't it?
It does.
It positions the whole thing as a tool for fundamental freedom, getting out of debt, having choices, and the simplicity of the action, just sharing a link, is contrasted with this massive potential outcome, total financial change.
And that level of ambition naturally flows into the social side of things. The message really hammers home that these links are community bridges. They seem very keen to shift away from any idea of competition.
That's a really important pivot in their narrative. They're actively trying to redefine how growth happens in this kind of structure. Every link shared is explicitly called a handshake, a bond. It promotes unity, not competition. Empowerment, not exploitation. The logic seems to be, if the system is truly automated and fair, like they claim, then founders shouldn't need to compete against each other for leads or position. They should just focus on lifting everyone up together.
But let's pause on that for a second. Can a structure that inherently rewards the person who makes the connection ever truly get rid of competition? Isn't there always an incentive to get there first?
That's the inherent challenge, isn't it? The source tries to sidestep that by suggesting the overall pie, the abundance, is basically infinite, or at least constantly expanding because of the global reach and the value of the products.
So, enough for everyone.
That's the message.
Yeah.
And they bring in this interesting mix. The growth is powered by AI, automation, and compassion. That compassion element is the narrative defense against the potential downsides like exploitation. They're essentially arguing, let the tech, AI, automation, handle the cold, hard transactions, which frees up the humans to focus on the compassion, the guidance, the support, the community building.
So the compassion makes the tech platform a force for good, not just profit. And the scale of this good, the global impact and vision they talk about, it's massive, reaching villages, cities, and nations.
The scope is genuinely staggering, and the source gets specific, which adds weight. It talks about empowering educators, helping small business owners get online, giving the jobless purpose and income.
Right, very concrete examples.
All aimed at creating this ripple of wealth across generations. That's not just short-term gain, it's long-term societal change they're aiming for.
It really is painting a picture of fundamentally restructuring things economically and socially, driven by this digital system. And that final statement about the vision really seals it. This isn't just a tech upgrade, it's a global awakening.
Yeah, it connects everything, the link's precision, the AI training, the O-wallet, all of it, directly to the highest possible goal, transforming society. And it loops back to Ash Mufareh's vision, building a legacy that outlives us all, positioning OnPassive not just as a company, but as an enduring historical movement.
A legacy built on automated referral links. It's quite the synthesis, isn't it? High-tech efficiency meets this very high-minded, almost altruistic purpose. It cleverly addresses the founder's immediate need for income while also giving them a role in something huge.
Absolutely. And that mix, the very local, my household impact, combined with the massive global vision, that's what makes the message so compelling, I think.
So as we start to wrap up this deep dive, let's quickly look back at what the founders are actually told to do, the preparation for action. Even with all this talk of automation, the source gives very specific, very manual instructions, emphasizing unity, professionalism, and passion.
Right. And this is where the digital ambassador, the human element, really comes back into focus. Despite the automation, the instructions are personal, suggesting the founder's hands-on role is still critical.
They get 4 clear actions for when they receive their link. First, share it with purpose, which implies thought, not just blasting it out everywhere.
Right.
Second, guide your new members.
And that one, guide your new members, is possibly the most revealing, isn't it?
How so?
Well, if the system is truly AI-guided, if no one is confused, as they promise, why is manual guidance from the founder needed? It strongly suggests that while the tech might handle the standardized stuff, the founder needs to provide the personal touch, the context, maybe the emotional support.
Yeah, that makes sense. And the third instruction fits right in. Inspire them with your story. That's pure human connection. Using your own experience as the hook, the transfer of belief we talked about earlier.
Exactly. Your personal testimony is still a primary tool. And the fourth, help them navigate the system. Again, this points to the founder needing to be the local expert, the friendly guide. It implies the journey from clicking the link to being financially equipped still requires a human hand, not just the automated learning paths.
So these 4 points really underline that ongoing, active, personal role. The founder as the connector, the motivator, keeping the community feel alive while the tech handles the mechanics.
Precisely. It maintains the vision of community,
The final declaration in the source is pretty triumphant. It describes the founders moving from followers to leaders, dreamers to achievers, validating their journey.
Yeah, it reframes any past waiting or frustration as just necessary steps leading to this big moment of success, building
Yeah.
up to, we are founders, we are unified, we are victorious with Ash Mufarah.
And that last line really sets the stage for the future. This is not the end. It is the beautiful beginning of an unstoppable victory.
It's definitely a comprehensive pitch, a really detailed vision trying to blend ethical promises, advanced technology, and deep human purpose. We've tried to unpack the claims today, from that simple link being a key to destiny through the automated success and training, all the way to global liberation and legacy.
So for you listening, as you think about all this, the heavy emphasis on automation, on integrity, on that level playing field, we land back on that core tension we identified, the one presented right there in the source material. On one hand, you have the promise of frictionless automated success. But on the other, the founders are explicitly told they must manually guide your new members and inspire them with your story.
And that tension, right, between the power of the technology and the necessary warmth of the human touch is really the crux of it. If the system promises success is automated, maybe even unstoppable, how does that square with the need for personal guidance and inspiration? Does one potentially challenge the other?
It brings up a really interesting question, doesn't it, about where technology hits its limits and where human motivation or maybe human connection has to take over. Is that guidance needed just because the tech isn't perfect yet? Or is it because real transformation, the kind that genuinely recruits hope, always needs that human bond? Definitely something to mull over as you process the claims of this digital awakening.
Yeah, absolutely. We hope this deep dive has given you a clearer picture, some solid context to understand the scale and the significant claims surrounding these new #VictoryWithAsh referral links.
Until the next deep dive, stay curious and keep connecting those dots.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today we're really digging into something quite significant. We've got a whole set of materials here detailing this global movement led by CEO Ash Mufarah. We're looking at documents about the unpassive revolution, as they call it, and all the energy around that hashtag VictoryWithAsh. So our mission today is pretty specific. These documents, they're full of big claims,